It's anybody's guess over in La Liga as who will become champions of Spain as Real Madrid let slip to open up the door once again for Barcelona. We'll take a look at the latest round of predictions and, of course, the results coming at you right here, right now. Let's go. Right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. This time we're taking a look at matchday number 28 out in La Liga, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things La Liga related, Blackburn Rovers related, World Football League here. Now, before we jump into it and take a little look at last weekend's matches and, of course, the results and predictions, I'm going to have a big shout out to my patrons. That's right, Russell Frost, No Code Drinker, Tom Beresford, Tom Clark, Aztec Marky B Mark, John Spurd, Constable 1976, Mitchell Schoen, and, of course, Cody Cahoe. So, a big shout out to those boys and girls who are the exclusive Blackburn Overseas VIP gang and become patrons of the channel. If you want to do that, there is a link down in your description, right down there. Check it all out. For the less than a cup of instant coffee a month, boys and girls, you can join the exclusive VIP gang. Just check out the link. It is patreon.com/Roverseas. It's down there. There are perks and privileges and all that kind of good stuff. And you get the instant gratification that you are helping a channel get to another level, boys and girls. We're trying to get to 10 Patreons very, very soon. If you could be that magic number 10, you know what? You get an extra little special thing because you become my star of the month. That's right. And we are, deep into the month of March. Anyway, enough about that. Check it out if you've got time. Let's get cracking and take a little look at how we all got on over in La Liga. Yes, can of worms opening now. 0 to 3, you're in the shit-face gang criteria every single week. 4 to 5, you're in the straight-face club. 6+, yep, you're in the top banana. Let's get it on, folks, and have a little look at it, shall we? So these were the games that took place last time around. Alavés and Valencia duked out to a 1-1 draw. Actually, with a 2-1 win for Valencia. So I started the weekend pretty shitty. There goes the ESPN app to let me know I'm shit. That's right. Eibar up against Mallorca then. It was a 2-1 win for Mallorca. Away from home. Big win for them. To try to move further up the table. The old drop zones. Atletico Madrid and Sevilla, the top 4, top 5 battle, ended up all square, 2-2 in the end. I saw 4 goals in it, but actually went with a 2-1 win, 3-1 win for Atletico Madrid. So I got that one wrong. My boys, Sociedad, lost to Barcelona 1-0. I actually went with a 3-0 spanker, so we got close to the money a little bit on that one. Ultimately went the right way with Barcelona. Getafe and Celta Vigo duked out to a 0-0 draw. I saw 3 goals in this one. Got it wrong. Osasuna did beat Espanyol, as their season just has not got started. I'm sure they're now obviously out of the old Europa League as well. It's all to play for now. It's just surviving in this league. And what's that done? It's left them 6 points adrift at the moment. So yeah, shambles. Actually went with a 1-1 draw on this one, so yeah, wrong as well. Atlético Bilbao beat Real Valladolid, get my words out, 4-1. Actually went with the 2-1 on this one, but I went the right way. Levante and Granada ended up all square, 1-1. I went with the 2-1 win for Granada, so I got that one wrong as well. Villarreal and Leganés, that went with a 2-1 win for Leganés in the end. Actually went with a 2-0 win for the hosts. And Real Betis did beat Real Madrid in the end, 2-1. To take home all 3 points. And as you can see, I got that one wrong as well. Absolute shit show for me this week over in Spain. What can I say? I'm in the shit-faced gang, but I'm not there alone, boys. I'm not there alone. I'm going to take all of you guys with me. Starting with, who do we have? Magic Monday, you're with me. Nadine Kadanka, you're also down. Bossio Mattia, you're also terrible as well. Christian 04, though, he did all right for himself. Nathan Heber, a.k.a. Purple Hazer, he's also with me. Mitchell Shoney, La Patron, he did all right for himself. Cody Ho, he's also with me. Ultra Oma Murat, he's down in the ground as well. We are QPR terrible. Calvin Wright, he did all right for himself. Yannick Bustler did absolutely stonking. Marius Christensen also, and Victor Fisher. We all did terrible. It was one of those weekends out in Spain where it all went wrong. All went the other way. But big shout outs to the patrons, Mitchell Shoney, and of course Cody Ho. Yeah, mixed fortunes there. So what the table looks like at the moment. Barcelona lead the way, 2 points clear off Real Madrid. Sevilla are third. Getafe remain in fourth. Atletico Madrid are 1 point adrift in fifth. Sociedad, who do have a game in hand, and we'll talk about that first in just a second. Down the bottom is Espanyol, Leganés, and Mallorca going down to the Segunda Division if the season was to end today. But it isn't. We've still got a few games left of the season to turf. Everything's still wide open. the title race, the Euro Champions League spots, and all that kind of good stuff. So, we are going to kick it off right here, right now, with the next round of predictions. But I did mention it. There is a game, a midweek game, and that's taking place on Tuesday. It is Eibar up against Real Sociedad. I'm going to shout it out here. I'm not really going to go. I haven't got the graphic with me, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Let's talk about it. So, Eibar coming into this, where are they in the old table? They currently find themselves 16th in the table, 27 points on the board. Sociedad are in 6th with 43 points on the board. Their recent form is a little bit wobbly, 2 defeats of the past 5, but they are a win away from getting back in the top 4 at the expense of Getafe. The recent record against Eibar's 2 wins, 2 draws, and 2 defeats in the last 6 games. They did play early in the season over in Sociedad. It was a 4-1 win for the hosts back in the day. The last time played in Eibar was a 2-1 win for the hosts. Eibar, that was that last season. Goals on that day, Cardona and Charles on the score sheet for Eibar. William Jose on the score sheet for Sociedad from the penalty spot. However, heading into this, Sociedad's away form is absolutely immense. However, they do come into on the back of a defeat against Barcelona. But before that, 5 wins on the spin in all competitions. So they'll fancy their chances this week. And the bookmakers odds 21-10 for Eibar, 27-20 for Real Sociedad, 23-10 is also the draw. So the favourites are Eibar in this one. But yeah, I'm not going to put the graphic on there. I don't have it with me, but I'm going to go with the 2-1 win for Sociedad. So again, get your predictions in, including that one. I'll include it in the fixture in the description down below. So it makes it easy if you just copy paste and fill in your score lines. So next up we have Eibar once again, but this time they are going away to Real Madrid. They need to get themselves back to winning ways. The last 6 encounters between Madrid and Eibar has been 5 wins for Real Madrid, 1 win for Eibar. They played early in the season. It was a 4-0 win for Real Madrid at Eibar. Goals on that day, scorers were Benzema with a brace, Ramos and Valverde on the score sheet. Last time played in last time played in Madrid was just a 2-1 win. That was back in the last season, roughly around about this time last season, 6th of April. Benzema with a brace and Cardona on the score sheet for Eibar. Heading into this, Real Madrid's home form is absolutely, in fact, Real Madrid's overall form is pretty terrible. Just 1 win in 5 in all competitions, including losses to Manchester City. And what else did they lose to? Levante as well, drawing against Celta, Vigo and Real Betis last time out. Their only victory was that in the El Clasico up against Barcelona. Heading into this, Real Madrid are actually undefeated in their last 13 home matches though, so their recent form is wobbly, but they're undefeated in 13 games. A lot of draws perhaps in the last few games. I've actually failed to win the last 6 away matches in the La Liga as well, and they're heading into this. The bookmakers odds 9-2 on in favour of Real Madrid, 5-1 is draw, 11-1 is the long shots. That is La Liga. That is Eibar. Heading into this though, Eibar will be 16th. It could be higher, but let's just say my prediction is true that they do lose to Sociedad. A win though would get them up to just the 1 spot to 15th. A win for Real Madrid could see them for the short term take over the lead of the table by getting 59 points on the board. They would be 1 point clear of Barcelona, who will be taking on Mallorca on Saturday. So I'm going to go with on this one. I am sticking with Real Madrid. I'm going to go with a comfortable 3-0 win at home to give themselves 3 points. And again, the lead, even though it's prematurely in La Liga. Next up, we have Leganés up against Valladolid. Leganés headed into this 19th in the table. Valladolid are up to 15th at the moment. The recent record between these two sides sees 4 wins for Leganés, 1 win for Valladolid and 1 draw in the past few seasons. They did play in Valladolid earlier in the year. It was a 2-2 draw. Braithwaite and Mesa on the score sheet for Leganés. Ernest Uyunal with a brace for Valladolid. Last time played in Leganés was a 1-0 win for Leganés with Guido Garillo scoring late in that game. The bookmakers see this going in favour of Leganés with a 5-4 on odds. 23-10 is the draw. 70-4 is the away win. Heading into this, the recent record or the recent form for both these two sides, Valladolid actually just 1 win in the past 5 games, whereas Leganés just 1 defeat the past 4. There's been a couple of draws along the way. A win for Leganés in 19th spot could see them rise out the drop zone into 17th spot. A win for Valladolid in 15th could see them rise potentially above Deportivo Alavés in 14th spot. It's a tough old boots this one. I'm going to go with a 1-0 a cheeky bum win for Leganés to maybe keep their season alive and give themselves a bit of belief that they're going to get out of the old drop zone. Next up we have Valencia up against Levante. Heading into this, the last last 6 encounters sees 3 wins for Valencia, 1 win for Levante, 2 draws along the way. They played in Levante earlier in the season, around about December time. It was a 4-2 win for Valencia away from home. Can they do the double of them? We'll have to see. Goal scorers on that day: Roger Marti with a brace, Kevin Gamero with a brace as well for Valencia. Roger Marti also getting himself a goal, big fat OG in a game that he's I don't know if he's going to forget that anytime soon. Fernan Torres as well on the score sheet for Valencia. So actually, Levante took a 2-goal lead in that game to lose 4-2. They also saw Alessio Falcon get sent off. That was a game and a half. A 6-goal barnstormer sending off. Big fat OG as well. The last time played in Valencia was a 3-1 win around about this time last season as well. 14th of April, give or take. Levante lost 3-1. Mina Guedes on the score sheet. Carlos Soler with a big fat OG on that day. Valencia are actually undefeated in their last 15 home matches. Levante actually lost the last 5 away matches as well. So 2 contrasting forms, and they go with the bookies on this one as well, with 7-4 on for Valencia for the victory, 3-1 is the draw, 9-2 is the away win. Valencia head into this 7th in the table, 42 points of the win away from going 5th in the table, whereas Levante come into this 13th for the table, a win away from going as high as 11th. Form wise, Levante just 1 win and 4. Valencia are also 1 win and 4. So very, very tight margins between these two sides, but Valencia should edge it 3-1 in the end comfortably to take 3 points and the 3 goals. Next up we have Mallorca, who currently find themselves in the drop zone in 18th spot. Not bad form though, just 1 defeat of the past 4. Barcelona head into this top of the table, 1 defeat of the past 6. Heading into this, that was in El Clasico. The last 6 encounters between Mallorca and Barcelona have gone all in favour of the champions. 6 out of 6 for them. They did play at the Camp Nou earlier in the season, around about December time. 5-2 winners Barcelona in the end. Messi with a hat-trick, Suarez and Griezmann. Ante Birdmere with a brace for Mallorca. The last time I played in Mallorca was a 4-2 win going in favour of Barcelona. I was back in 2012. Messi with a brace as well. Xavi, Christian Tello as well on the score sheet. Mikel Pereira and Victor Casayedas on the score sheet for Mallorca. Heading into this, Barcelona actually won the last 5 of the last 6 matches in La Liga and conceded at least 2 goals in the last 5 as well. So they've been goal scoring. They've been winning games, but conceding goals as well. The bookmakers go 6-1 in favour of Mallorca, 5-2 on in favour of Barcelona. 15-4 is the draw. Again, at this stage in this weekend, but Real Madrid could top of the table by 1 point, but Real Madrid could regain the lead easily with a victory against relegation threatened Mallorca. A win for Mallorca in 18th spot could see them rise potentially up to 16th, depending on what goes on with Eibar over the next couple games. And again, Barcelona could extend their lead at the top of the table to well, potentially it could be 5 points if Real Madrid slip up against Eibar on Friday. But I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Barcelona with this one. 2-2 in the end to take the 3 points quite comfortably in the end. Celta Vigo take on Villarreal. Celta Vigo 17th spot. Villarreal up to 8th at the moment, but 3 defeats on the spin, so it's not looking great for Villarreal. They need a win and they need one fast, as do Celta Vigo, who are in the drop zone, or just above the drop zone actually. They've been chipping away at it. Their past 5 games undefeated. The last 6 encounters between Celta Vigo and Villarreal see 3 wins for Celta Vigo, 3 wins for Villarreal. They played in Villarreal earlier in the season. It was a 3-1 win going in favour of Celta Vigo. Piono Sisto and Iago Aspas brace. Samuel Chukwueze on the score sheet for Villarreal. The last time played in Celta Vigo was a 3-2 win for Celta Vigo. So it's back-to-back wins for Celta Vigo. In fact, 3 wins on the spin between these two sides. You've got to go back to 2018 when Villarreal beat Celta Vigo at home. So yes, so Celta Vigo would fancy their chances. They've actually kept a clean sheet in the last 3 matches. Villarreal have actually lost the last 3 matches, and Celta Vigo are actually undefeated in their last 6 home matches in La Liga. So form-wise, you would go with Celta Vigo. The bookies will go 5-4 in favour of Celta Vigo, 23-10 for Villarreal. 11-5 is the draw. Heading into this, Celta Vigo 17th for the table, a win away from going up to 15th, whereas Villarreal are 8th, a win away from closing in on Valencia to just 1 point. I like Villarreal, I'm going to give it to them, despite the form that they're in, 3 defeats on the spin. I see in it a cheeky away goal. It might not be the most fantastic performance, but they'll take it in the end. Next up, relegation threatened Espanyol up against Alavés, who are in 14th spot. Alavés head into this game against Espanyol. 1 defeat of the past 6. Espanyol looking into this without a win in 4. In fact, just 1 win in 6 as well. Heading into this, the last 6 encounters between Espanyol and Alavés is looking in favour of, well, it's actually all square. 2 wins, 2 draws and 2 defeats heading into this. They played at Alavés early in the season. It was a ball draw, 0-0 in the end. And the last time they played in Espanyol was around about this time last season. It was a 2-1 win for Espanyol, when the goal scorers on that day, Andy Adrada Pedroso and a big fat OG from Victor Languada, Jonathan Caleri getting on the score sheet for Alavés. Heading into this, Espanyol have actually failed to win their 12 of the last 13 home matches. So they are looking very, very wobbly. This match takes place on Sunday. It's even Stevens for the odds for Espanyol victory. 16-5 for Alavés, 11-5 the draw. The bookies are going with Espanyol despite their absolute wobbly form. And if they are victorious into this weekend, they could potentially rise above Leganés, depending on goal difference. A win for Alavés in 14th could see them rise potentially up to 11th in the table. Maybe an outside shot at Europa League spots. I'm going to go with Espanyol, just like the bookies. I'm going to side with them on this one, even though it looks pretty doom and gloom for them at the moment. Next up, we have Real Sociedad up against Osasuna. Obviously, Real Sociedad in action earlier in the week. They could make it a very, very good week for them if they are pick up a massive 6 points out of 6. That's what's on the table. They're taking on Osasuna, though, the draw kings, or one of the draw extraordinaires. The last 6 encounters between Sociedad and Osasuna have seen 4 wins for Sociedad, 1 win for Osasuna, and 1 draw along the way. They played a couple of times already this season in the Cup and in the League, and it's been victorious. It's been back-to-back wins for Sociedad, picking a 3-1 win up in the Cup in Sociedad, and a 7-goal barnstormer going in their favour at Osasuna in December, with Olazabal, Odegaard, Portu and Isaac on the score sheet for Sociedad. Hernandez, Avila with a brace, and Fernando or Facundo Roncaglia on the score sheet for Osasuna. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Heading into this, Sociedad actually won 4 of the last 4 home matches in La Liga, and the bookies will go 7-4 on in favour of the home team. 40-5 is the draw, 5-1 is the away win. Heading into this, Sociedad are 6th, but they could potentially come into this game in 4th, depending on what goes on at Eibar. And I see them possibly extending that lead further, and maybe even go up to 3rd if they're victorious and Sevilla slip up. Meanwhile, Osasuna head into this 11th in the table, 34 points on the board. A win for them could team go into the top 10. I'm going to stick with my boys on this one to make it a strong week. 3-1 in the end. To take all 3 points. Next up, we have Bilbao up against Madrid. That's right, tough one, this one. Heading into this. So next up, we have Athletic Bilbao up against Atletico Madrid. It's a tough one, this bad boy. Heading into this, the last 6 encounters sees 5 wins for Atletico Madrid, 1 win for Bilbao. They played early in the season in Madrid. It was a 2-0 win, going in favour of this weekend's visitors. Goal scorers on that day, if I can get to it, Saul Niguez and Alvaro Morata on the score sheet for Madrid. However, the last time I played in Bilbao was a 2-0 going the other way. Inaki Williams and Kenan Kodro on the score sheet for Bilbao. Heading into this, Atletico have actually failed to win 9 of the last 10 away matches in La Liga. They are looking absolutely wobbly. The bookmakers will go with, I think they've just gone with Madrid on this one. 15-8 for Bilbao, 2-1 is the draw, 8-5 is the away win. Atletico Madrid head into this, just 1 defeat at the past 6, 3 draws and 2 wins at the past 5 though. Bilbao head into this in the top 10, back-to-back wins for them, but before that was 4 defeats on the spin. It's tough on this one. I'm gonna side with a cheeky 2-2 draw, point apiece, and that's really not going to do anything for Atletico Madrid's Champions League spots. It could potentially move them into the top 4, depending on what goes on with Sevilla and of course Sociedad, and maybe even Valencia. So it'll be a dubious weekend to see if Madrid can get back in the top 4 race, but realistically I think they have to wait another weekend. Next up, we have Granada up against Getafe. The battle of the G's. Granada heading into this 9th in the table. Getafe heading into this in the top 4. The last 6 encounters sees 3 wins for Granada, 1 win for Getafe, and 2 draws along the way. They played in Getafe early in the season. It was a 3-1 win for Getafe. Angel Rodriguez, Mario Arabami, and David Timo on the score sheet for Getafe. Antonio Paredes on the score sheet for Granada. The last time they played in Granada was a 0-0 draw in a friendly, and the last time they played in Granada in the league was back in 2016. It was a 3-2 win for Granada on the score sheet that day. Fran Rico, Yusuf El Arabi, and Robin Roshina. Must respect to my ex-Rover, Stefan Stepovic, and Moy Gomez on the score sheet for Getafe on that day. Getafe actually kept a clean sheet in 6 of the last 8 matches, both home and away. They head into this against the Gs. 7-4 in favour of Granada, 2-1 in favour of the draw. 7-4 is also the away win, so the bookies cannot separate the two sides. They're going to go with a draw. A win for Getafe in 4th could see them rise above Sevilla into 3rd. A win for Granada in 9th could see them rise above Villarreal into 8th. It's a tough one, this one. I'm going to side with the home team on this one, 2-1 in the end. Their form heading into this is unbeaten in 4 games. They'll make it 5 with this one. Getafe coming into this, just 1 win in the past 4 as well. So I'm going to side with Granada. And finally, we have Sevilla up against Real Betis. Duking it out. Obviously, Real Betis with a big win last weekend up against Real Madrid. Last 6 encounters between Sevilla and Betis sees 3 wins for Sevilla, 2 wins for Betis, 1 draw along the way. They played in Betis earlier in the season. It was a 2-1 win going in favour of Sevilla. Lucas Ocampos and Luc de Jong on the score sheet for Sevilla. Loren Morion on the score sheet for Betis. The last time they played in Sevilla was a 3-2 win for Sevilla as well. So back-to-back wins for Sevilla heading into this game. Sevilla actually undefeated in 10 of the last 11 home matches. They've scored at least 2 goals in the last 4 matches as well. So they're finding the goals quite easy to come by as well. The bookmakers, 4-3 on in favour of Sevilla. 11-4 is the draw. 7-2 is the away win. A win for Sevilla in 3rd spot could potentially close the gap to 7 points. 6 points even on 2nd place Real Madrid. A win for Real Betis, who are up to 12th now after that big win. Could see them rise into 11th spot over Osasuna, depending on what goes on with them. I'm going to side with the leaders, or one of the favourites at the moment, Sevilla, with a 2-0 win in the end. Before we go into the old top of the table, let's take a look at the odds at the moment. Who is outright winners or favourites to win the title? It is Barcelona, 7-4 at the moment. Real Madrid are 13-10. Atletico Madrid, long shots, 250. So are Getafe and Sevilla. They're all at 251. Sociedad are 500-1. So, what does the table look like if my predictions would have come on in? This does not include the Sociedad against Eibar game. For whatever reason, it didn't come up on the old the calculator there. But anyway, it will be Barcelona leading the way. Real Madrid will be in 2nd. Potentially, it could be Sevilla into 3rd. And Sociedad could be up as high as 4th. Maybe a little bit closer even to Sevilla as well. Down the bottom will be Espanyol, Mallorca and Leganés going down as it stands. But that is just my predictions. Be sure to get yours in nice and early. And also, make sure you check out the description. Links to my other social media platforms in there. Twitter, Facebook, and of course, Patreon, boys and girls. If you want to become patrons, there is a link in there. Patreon.com/Roverseas. You could be the magic number 10. Looking for trying to get up to top 10 patrons. As soon as possible, really. Also, while you're at it, make sure you check out the old, smash the old thumbs up. And of course, if you are new, smash the subscribe. New videos every single day on the channel. I'm going to get out of here. A lot of work to do. We've got to go to work as well. So I'll see you all very, very soon. Next week, we do it all again, folks. We do it all again out in La Liga. Will it be Barcelona? Will it be Real Madrid? That will be top of the table then. Well, just wait and see, boys. Wait and see. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.